Yo, it's your boy Jin. On today's video, we have Kaiju number 8, episode 2. And yeah, guys, I'm really enjoying the anime so far. Pretty fun stuff here, I feel like. So let's just hope they just keep building around this Kaiju stuff. And yeah, guys, a lot happens in this episode. It's pretty jam-packed, so right into it. And yeah, we have Kafka here, and he turned into like a Kaiju in the last episode. And this has never happened before. It's like a first time for everybody. And Kafka was freaking out because he just turned into like a kaiju, and now he has to run away because of the defensive force is coming to get him. And yeah, he was just freaking out the whole time, acting like a little kid. He acted like a man child here when he's like 32 years old, but he acts like a real kid here. He was freaking out, acting like crying the whole time. And yeah, this part was just a little too ridiculous for most time. Maybe just too cheesy, too corny, maybe just a little bit. So I kind of wish they would have toned it down a bit. I mean, there were some weird. I guess the funniest part, or the thing I didn't see coming, is that he had to pee when he was running away, and he was like a weird monster. So the way he peed was in his nipples. So I guess that was pretty funny, but again, a little too much for me, I guess. Whenever they're running away, there's like a huge explosion around them, and Kaiju and Kafka kind of knew. Kafka knew that there's another Kaiju coming up because of his new power. Because he became a Kaiju, he kind of has more powerful senses. He could feel it in the ground. Yeah, another Kaiju comes here in the same spot, and now the defensive force has to like split it up between getting this kaiju and the other kaiju. So I would say that living in this world would kind of suck, or just it looks like it's just Japan. I would just leave this place and move to like a farm where there's no kaijus at all. I think that would be like the smart thing, because it seems like this happens often. And yeah, we get to see some bystanders here with a young girl and her mom. She got knocked. All the debris got to her, and she's kind of stuck and she can't get out. And this other kaiju that came in was about to eat it, but luckily Kafka here, he actually like knew that they were in trouble and came to their rescue, and he gave him like the biggest sucker punch like known to man, and exploded the whole body of this kaiju. And it was a really cool moment. And then the defensive force came here, and they had no idea what happened. They tried to tell the girl like to get more details, but the defensive force, they said that they wanted to destroy every single kaiju, and the girl kind of didn't want that because she just got saved by a nice one, and the defensive force were really confused about that. And the next day we get to see Reno and Kafka having like a normal day. They look like they turn in their reports to become a kaiju, right? I guess the first test you have to do is like a written test, which they look like they passed. But it seems like the second test is where Kafka has like a trouble time still doing this. And also, I forgot to mention that now that he turned into like a kaiju, this is why he was like freaking out in the beginning, because his whole life is gonna change, and he has to like control himself from transforming. He did control himself, but there are some times where he would let it go. So that he had to work that out. Yeah, it looks like it's 10 days later, and they have to go to this place where they do the training for the defensive force. We get to see some new characters here, and yeah, whenever they're in the parking lot here, they introduce a new character called Kikoro Shinomiya. She's like a young prodigy who was destined to be like a defensive force, and she was calling Kafka old, and yeah, he kind of was acting like a man child again. And she wanted him to move his car out of the parking spot because she wanted the number 5 in it, which doesn't make sense because he was parked at 55, and apparently number 5 was a lucky number for that day. Yeah, Kafka was saying no, and she didn't care. and she decides just to move it on her own. And yeah, she decided to move it on her own with, she was wearing some kind of weird suit, and yeah, she just moved it with her bare hands and destroyed his car, which sounds ridiculous. And I think the only reason why they did this was to show her powers. Because why did she just destroy his car? That's just messed up. Hopefully he sues her for damages, because yeah, you just can't do that. So I hope he destroys his car for payback. And the last thing she said was that he smelled like a kaiju. Now he could say that he works with the dead kaijus, so it doesn't really feel suspicious there. But yeah, guys, that's the end of the episode here. And yeah, pretty fun one here. I will say there's some like serious moments here and goofy moments here. I kind of wish it was more serious than goofy. But other than that, I think I'm having a good time with this anime, guys. So yeah, guys, that's about it for Kaiju number 8. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about the anime so far. And be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next one. Bye, guys.